Hello, everybody. Welcome to Life in New York City and Japan. I'm Manami.
I'm Andrew.
So, today we're going to talk about Japanese bento box. And bento box is pretty common style for Japanese lunch. And I remember my mom used to make lunch box for me every morning so I can carry it to my school. And also a lot of Japanese people make lunchbox for like go for picnic or for just going outside. But it's very popular in the U. I don't know if it's a recent thing, but bento box is pretty popular in the U.S. too, right, Andrew?
And yes, the idea of packing your lunch in a very efficient and creative way has become very popular in the US,
Oh.
especially because, so for people who don't know, in the US, when we grow up, we learn about the nutrition pyramid. And, the bottom is the healthy food, the top small part is the unhealthy food.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of taught to separate like only a little bit of meat and a lot of vegetables, and only a little bit of this and a lot of that. And so bento boxes, they kind of help you do that. You can have a lot of rice at the bottom with a lot of vegetables, and then you can put like a little bit of meat. Or like you can have a lot of something else you like and a little bit of something else. I think the kyaraben, the like character bag,
Karaben, yeah, character
yeah,
bento, yes.
that really became, I think that became worldwide. I mean, Instagram is like full of all these like Mario, Naruto, Princess Peach, um, Bowser, Nintendo, like Snow White, like all these different characters. That became a big hit abroad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I noticed that. So, well, when I was at school, Carabin was not that popular yet, but probably when I turned like I don't know, like 18, probably like when I was at high school or like a college time, yeah, Carabin became super popular in Japan. And I'm not sure if a lot of just students' mom really made that type of like super sophisticated character bento every morning for their kids. But I've seen a lot of like a Pikachu, Anpanman, Disney characters, mostly anime characters on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that also goes to like anime people and weebos. They love the whole like, oh, now I can eat like One Piece themed bento, or um, so I think that's how bentos originally became popular. But as you said in our last episode, there are many restaurants who are not Japanese who have started using bentos because of like I don't know, it kind of has like a fashion statement, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. I think so. A lot of like restaurants use the term of bento and like use the concept of bento to serve like a takeout food, to go.
Yeah.
But so as you said, you probably the bento box originally helped people have like a very balanced
Healthy, yeah.
food, but there are a bunch of like a bento box in the US. There's only meat, meat, rice, meat,
Yeah.
a little bit of vegetable, meat, rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those type of meat, beans, lettuce, and another meat, and a little bit of rice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's kind of this, I don't know, New York, they always say like New York is like the home of culture and everything is like mixed together.
Mhm.
Um, like, some places have weird types of pizza that you would never find in Italy, or some places have like some type of Mexican food that's like not actually traditional Mexican food. it's the same with bento. I think people just kind of go like, oh, that's cool, like now I can make like Spanish bento, or like now I can, kind of make things stylish with it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, now I have my own bento.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is kind of like this cultural edge to it. It's like, oh yeah, do you have your bento? Like it's kind of like juicing. Like the
Mhm.
whole juicing craze. Like there's this juicing bar, and now there's this juicing bar, and they all have their own type of acai bowls. It's kind of like that. It's like, um, because there's like, have you ever been to Corilla before?
Where is it?
Corilla?
Is it in New York?
It's in New York.
I don't
So
know. Hmm.
it's like Korean burritos, like
Hmm.
almost like a Korean Chipotle. So
Hmm.
it's almost kind of like that. Like people want to go like, oh, it's not just Japanese. There's like other types of bentos you can eat too. Um, so yeah, and it's also very bendery. It's very convenient,
Hmm.
um, because you can just put things in little areas and then serve it. So I think that may be part of the reason why places started using it too, is that it's convenient, it looks nice, it doesn't require like a lot of fancy like setup on a plate. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, but one thing I noticed here is, so for, at least for me, bento box is like a decent size for everybody. So if you make bento box for your lunch or for your dinner, you will eat not too much, not too less. It's decent size. But there are a couple of Japanese, couple of bento restaurants in the US, and they call it as a bento food, but there are a lot of like boxes which is separated, and they have like each section, but in each section they kind of almost like spilling, and they put too much food in there, and they're like, how are we going to eat all of this at one time? There are a lot of like too much food bento boxes in New York too.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. So it's not small at all. So usually when I was a student, I used to carry like pretty small carryable bento box. But in the US, there are a couple of bentos which are kind of too big to carry, and it's not it's kind of like breaking the rule of bento anymore. They have like separated box, but it's not compact anymore.
I agree.
Yeah. So
It's a whole different style.
yeah, but have you ever had Japanese, no, not Japanese, bento box in the US, and then you have like, is this bento? Do you have any experience like that?
Trying to think. So, mm, I think some like healthy food markets, like maybe not dig in, but I've seen some like healthy food places kind of do the same concept where they're like, they put mashed potatoes in one area, and then they put like carrots in another, and then they put like maybe a piece of like, chicken and another thing, and that's kind of like your bento.
Hmm.
They haven't used the word bento though. I'm trying to think of a place. Uh, I can't think of any place right now that used the word bento, but like like barbecue places too. They use it. They've been using it a lot where they put like sausage and then like gravy. And it's like it's not bento at all, but they use that same type of package.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of restaurants use bento, the concept of a bento, and then put whatever they want to put.
Yeah. I mean, again, it just shows how far, like we talked about in last episode, or all our episodes, how far Japanese culture has really spread. It's
Mhm.
like it's part of everything, really. I mean, hospitality, bento boxes, the way you treat your customers, the making food fast, making the decoration look nice, the presentation look nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's also part of bento too. It's supposed to like, it's a clean, efficient, and
Mm-hmm.
reliable way of serving food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, but one thing I always realize when it comes to the Japanese culture imported to the US is um, they they know a lot of Japanese culture, and then um, they're showcasing a lot of Japanese culture in American culture. But the funny thing is, so for example, in the in terms of bento culture, there are a lot of bentos that has sushi in it. In Japanese culture, we don't usually have sushi in bento because bento for Japanese are
Oh, you know
something
what?
you can
Yeah.
cook by yourself. So you can, of course, you put like rice bowls and some meat, karaage or a salad, or a tamagoyaki, like egg. How do you? I don't know how to describe tamagoyaki.
Like, yeah, kind of egg sandwich in a way,
Yes,
kind of like an egg, like fried egg, cooked egg.
yeah, fried
Yeah.
eggs. But that's because it's the reason is because they can cook by themselves. Sushi is not a food that it's sushi. It's not
Yeah,
family
you can't
food.
make it that easily.
So it's funny to see
But
sushi
yeah,
in bento.
you know, that's the one bento that I can say I definitely know is not bento and that I've heard of a lot. Korean stores do it, Chinese owned Japanese restaurants do it. They all do it. They love putting sushi and like they love making some like sushi, tempura, like what else? Like some weird bento. Yeah, they're like they put sushi in the big part, then they put like tempura in one part, and then they put like lotus root, like bacon, and another like yeah, lotus root in another part. And you're just like, wait, what? Like so yeah, a lot of Chinese restaurants have done like Chinese owned Japanese restaurants and some Korean restaurants have done that. Or like bibimbap bento. I don't know. Like they put like bibimbap in a part and that like beef and then they put like some some other sauce in the other part. And it's yeah, you're right. There's a lot of that. I mean it's mostly like other Asian cultures trying to use the bento and like stupid, you know, foreigners were like, "Oh, look, it's like a bento box." It's like it's just like a mix of sushi and whatever. So, yeah, that's definitely in New York. A lot of people put sushi in bento boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's interesting to see the difference between so how the bento, the difference. It's interesting to see the difference between the bento I used to I used to eat when I was child, and then and the bento boxes I see here in New York. It's pretty different. It's not like family food anymore. It's like a party box. And
Right.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's yeah, that's what America loves, the whole like value pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, look, I can get like four sushi and like two pieces of like chicken teriyaki. Oh, that's the big thing. Chicken teriyaki bentos with like tempura or whatever, or
Yeah.
like California roll
Yeah.
and like seaweed salad and like vegetable tempura bento. It's
Yes.
like, and it's this whole idea of like kind of like Walmart. It's just like more for less. It's this whole like you can get you know, you can get a little bit of this and a little bit of that for just one price, and we can
Yes.
put it all in a bento for you. Um, yeah, they don't care. See, and that's kind of like some people love that because it's like, oh, that's like the freedom of New York. You know, you can do whatever you want with anything and just like make it your way. But
Mhm.
it's also just like, whoa, what are you doing to the bento box?
Yeah.
Like, why are we having California roll chicken teriyaki bento boxes? You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, so I agree with that. So probably bento box for New York is like a not to put like everything in a balanced way or in a healthy way, but they are more like you can eat everything just in bulk.
Yeah,
That's that's
yeah,
what
like
the
the value
takeaway here.
pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like Asian fast food in a way, you
Mm,
know?
yeah.
Like I think I ordered Chinese yesterday
Hmm.
and it wasn't bento box, but it's kind of like they'll put like chicken and shrimp and broccoli and rice all in the same box. And it's like, you know, I have you heard of the dish Happy Family?
Mm-mm. No.
Um, so happy so Happy Family, it's
Did you
kind
hear
of
that?
like yeah, a little bit. It's all right. Um, but Happy Family is like an idea of like kind of what you said. It's the Chinese version of like just throw everything into the same meal and eat it, and like you get all of this for the same price. So um, yeah, bento box in America is more like what a deal! I can have like sushi and this and that all in the same box, and yeah, because people like that more here. They like the idea of like value pack or like
Hmm.
3 types of sushis in one box. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, that's the other thing. You can have like one avocado roll, one salmon roll,
Hmm.
2 California roll, all in the same box, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think yeah they really like the concept of value pack in New York. Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Okay, so this is it for today's episode, and in the next episode we're going to talk about convenience store in Japan. So there are a bunch of different convenience stores, uh, like of course 7-Eleven, Family Mart. What else? 7-Eleven, Family Mart,
Oh, Lawson's.
Lawson's. Yeah, that's pretty big. So,
What else? Oh, I keep on forgetting. Morning, good morning something, or morning something, or something morning.
I don't
Uh,
know what that is.
and then there's Mini Stop. You can't
Oh
forget
yeah,
about Mini Stop.
mini stop too.
Mini
Yes.
Stop.
So yeah, there are a bunch
Good
of different.
morning. Yeah,
Yeah, there are a
so
bunch of
many.
different convenience store, and then we also have 7-Eleven here, but it's very different. So we're going to talk about the
Oh
difference.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
we also have like we have something called Family Market in Queens.
yes.
That's like trying to be a convenient like Family Mart, but it's not. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many convenience stores in Japan have so many things in them. Oh, I found the name. It's Daily Yamazaki.
Oh, Daily Yamazaki. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah, so we're going to talk about the convenience store next time. So we'll talk to you soon.
okay.
Bye.
Bye.